Mabuhay everyone, Marches here in the studio, and today I'll be comparing two of the newest Nike shoes out now, which is the PG3s, a very nice signature budget model, if I may say. It's signature but still a very good price. It's $120 or $6,300 here in Manila. And this one is the all-new Kobe 4 PROTROs. It's $175 or here in the Philippines it's 9,000 pesos. There's a big price difference between the two shoes, around almost 3,000 pesos. So let's compare them based on performance, which is better toe-to-toe. If money's not a problem, let's see which is a better performer. Before we do the comparison, guys, I would just like to remind you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that like button after this video and ring that notif bell. So let's start off with the uppers of the two shoes. For the PG3s, almost full mesh upper all throughout, and there's some hints of synthetics around here in the ankle. For this NASA colorway, there's a suede nubuck here at the heel counter. On the wings of the PG3s is a synthetic leather. Overall, the upper of the PG3s are quite nice. The materials of the upper of the PG3s may not look premium at all, but performance-wise, it's very good. Very supportive upper, very supportive mesh. It doesn't stretch, very breathable. And as for the synthetic leather wing, it's very supportive. When you crank this up, you feel very tight here. Lateral and medial support is awesome in the PG3s. I didn't have any problem, no heel slippage, no slipping laterally whatsoever. I'm stuck in the footbed when you lace them up properly. As for the heel part of the PG3s, Achilles pillows are awesome, very comfortable. The tongue is very well padded. Overall, the upper of the PG3s is very nice. So right now, overall for the upper of the PG3s, very comfortable, very supportive in the forefoot and also in the heel. Ankle protection is enough. Heel lockdown is awesome on the PG3s, no heel slippage whatsoever. So for the Kobe 4 PROTROs, a lot of you have been telling me to say it's synthetic leather. So yeah, this is synthetic leather here in the toe box, and here it's plastic also in the toe cap area. The heel cup is plastic. This is the first generation flywire cables, as you see here on the side, and it has a traditional tongue lacing system. Overall fit for the Kobe 4's upper is very good. For lateral support and stability, this helps. The synthetic doesn't stretch. So lateral support and medial support on the Kobe 4 PROTROs is also very nice. No complaints there. And for the heel part of the shoe, there's enough Achilles pillows. It's very comfy. Heel lockdown is very good. Also no slippage. I would say for the upper of both shoes, very nice support from the forefoot down to the heel part. But if I were to choose one upper, I would say it's a tie for the upper of both shoes. Both shoes are very supportive, very comfy, easy to wear. By the way, the PG3s have a half booty, half tongue lacing system, but it's easy to put your foot in on both shoes, so no complaints there. The Kobe 4 PROTROs, since it's synthetic leather, it looks more premium compared to the materials of the PG3s, but I'm not mad at it. So both for me are equally very good, but I think the main advantage of the Kobe 4 PROTROs is it's wider here in the forefoot. Let's see if I'm correct. No, it's almost the same, but the outrigger of the Kobe 4 PROTROs, as you can see here, is wider. So lateral stability is better on the Kobe 4 PROTROs, and I felt it when I'm stopping laterally for a jump shot. I feel more stable here on the Kobe 4 PROTROs compared to the PG3s. The Kobe 4 PROTROs is more stable, especially if you're a forefoot driven player. If you like landing on your forefoot laterally and then you are a shooter, you want to plant your feet quickly. So the Kobe 4 is better, slightly better than the PG3's upper. So let's move on to the cushion. For the PG3s, it's an injected phylon all throughout, and there is a forefoot zoom unit, which is very bouncy. You can feel the forefoot zoom because the injected phylon is pretty soft compared to its predecessors. But comparing it to the Kobe 4 PROTROs, I thought it was injected phylon at first, but they said it's cushion, and when you're pressing it, this is way more softer, way more plush. Especially there's a zoom unit in the heel. Impact protection on the heel and bounciness on the heel is awesome. Way better than the impact protection on the PG3s. This is not bad, but this is more plush. You can press it, you can really feel it that this is a lot softer. So on the forefoot, since this is cushion or injected phylon, the density of the forefoot cushion of the Kobe 4 PROTROs is way softer than the PG3s, but the PG3s way bouncier in the forefoot compared to the Kobe 4 PROTROs, although you can feel slight bounce because it's cushion. At the same time, very nice landing impact protection on the forefoot too. So for me, cushion setup, PG3s. I like the bounciness of the forefoot in the PG3s better than the Kobe 4 Protos. And the impact protection on the heel part of the PG3s is very good. Now moving on to the traction of both shoes. PG3's Moon Crater traction. This one herringbone traction with slight translucent outsole on one part. For my NASA colorway, it's a solid rubber outsole. And comparing the two tractions, right off the box, the PG3's is very awesome. No need to break it in. You'll stop on a dime and it doesn't pick up a lot of dust. And if you're playing on a clean court, you don't need to wipe at all. Comparing it to the Kobe 4 Protos, the first time I wore the Kobe 4 Protos was in a very dusty court and I was really slipping and I was quite disappointed. I played through it and eventually it became better, and especially on a very clean court, it grips, but it doesn't grip as good as the PG3s. Because mainly I think my PG3 outsole is XDR rubber. It's very hard rubber. Comparing it to the rubber of the Kobe 4 Protos, it's quite soft. Although it's widely spaced, the herringbone is widely spaced, it still picks up a lot of dust. I don't know why. Maybe because of the rubber compound. Because the first time I wore it in my house, I was like sticking really hard. So I think because it was sticky, it picks up the dust and sticks on the outsole. So that's my theory on that. Eventually, after breaking the traction on the Kobe 4 Protos, it becomes better, but I think the traction on the PG3s is more dependable. So when you're just buying one shoe and you want it to be indoor and outdoor use, PG3's traction is the way to go. The Kobe 4 Protos just for indoor. I wouldn't recommend it outdoor because of this soft rubber. So the traction, PG3 for the win. Sizing wise, guys, go true to size for both shoes. I think the Kobe 4 Protos is more wide footer friendly compared to the PG3s. It's more narrow here on top and there's more space on top of the Kobe 4 Protos. So I think you still need to go half size up on both shoes if you're a wide footer. Like I said in the beginning, pricing wise, this is 3,000 pesos more expensive than the PG3s. So which shoe would I recommend you if you just need one shoe and you have the budget for one shoe? The PG3s for the win. Because the PG3s for me is a very dependable shoe. Very supportive upper, very nice cushion setup, minimal, very nice court feel and responsiveness. Although the materials of the upper is not that premium, that's okay. If you're really playing, if you're a basketball player, you wouldn't mind that. Performance is first and foremost rather than looks. But sometimes for other people, looks is more important than performance. More pogi points, if that's what you call here in the Philippines. The Kobe 4 is not bad for a shoe, but it's quite expensive. But it looks better than the PG3s. Basketball wise, even though the court feel and responsiveness of the Kobe 4 Protos is very nice, the PG3s really won me over because of the very dependable traction, which if you know me, guys, traction is my #1 priority, then cushion. So that's it on my comparison between the Kobe 4 Protos and the PG3s. There's a lot of colorways of the PG3s that are out now, and as for the Kobe 4 Protos, it's still this. There's still no announcement on the next colorway that's coming out. But this one, go grab it. It's a very nice shoe, very budget shoe, and it's a very bang for your buck shoe. So PG3 for the win for this comparison. I hope I helped you guys out. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.